This week's episode of Area Code comes to you from Highrise Estate in Nairobi, a neighborhood that was constructed back in the early 1980s and was apparently initially meant for the residents of Kibera in the government's first ever slum upgrading development project. But decades later, the face and image of Highrise has changed drastically, and Area Code will be giving a voice to the residents here to air out some of their concerns. Which estate do you decide to live in that is closest to the country's largest referral hospital, is easily accessible to many top-class institutions of higher learning, and is just mere meters from the Nairobi Central Business District?
Highrise iko in a central place where you can access town easily by walking and coming back. You can go to Langata easily by walking and coming back. Imezungukwa na malls mingi, recreational facilities.
Yes, that estate is Highrise, located off Mbagathi Road. From the great contrast of the new age neighborhood, dotted with both old and new buildings alike.
It's a nice place to live, and because it is near town.
To a crisis that is nearly devaluing the houses here, Highrise's story is one of desire, despair, and perhaps destruction. I begin Highrise's story as told through the eyes of this man, senior citizen Amos Wopicho. You see, Amos was here when it all began more than 33 years ago. He, alongside a few other Kenyan laborers with the help of an Indian construction company, helped build Highrise Estate back in 1984.
Highrise kulikuwa msitu. Msitu mkubwa. Saa 11 ungeweza kupita. Ungelinyang'anywa na watu wanajifanya askari. Mwingine ako na umbwa. Mwingine amesimama na kabuti ya polisi. Toa shilingi 5 unapita. Kama una ID. Kama una watakufungia masaa mingi sana. Ukifika tena mbele tena utaporwa na vijana.
But soon enough, the thicket would pave way for the construction of apartments. The construction took place in 2 phases and was initiated by the National Housing Corporation.
Walijenga nyumba ya A1 mpaka G6. Phase 1 ikakwisha. Phase 2 alikuja kujenga H na J. Hii ilikuwa ni mto wa Shiranga. Wakaipatilisha ikapita wapi? Kule prison. Hata shamba ya prison walikula. Ndio maji ikapita huko.
The stream he is talking about is this one, which flows from the periphery of the Nairobi Dam, which neighbors the estate on the southern side. Amos was the man who painted the houses in Highrise Estate. The National Housing Corporation outsourced construction to an Indian-based company where Amos was working. The structures built here were mainly either 1 or 2 bedroom houses. To differentiate the two, Amos tells us they were instructed to paint the 1 bedroom houses with a white outline to them, while 2 bedroom houses were to have an orange outline. So mko mnalipwa kama pesa ngapi kwa siku?
Ilikuwa pesa mingi bana. Fundi alikuwa analipwa 70.
70 bob.
Na 70 ni pesa mingi sana. Mtu wa mkono alikuwa analipwa 40-35.
The estate has been subdivided into 9 zones, each issued with a letter from the alphabet which go from Block A to Block J. The A houses have 5 blocks, B have 5 blocks as well, while C has 3 blocks. D houses have 8 blocks, E has 4, F has the least with just 2 blocks, G has 6, while H has the most number of blocks with 12 structures to its name. J has 5, and in total, Highrise Estate has 50 blocks, housing about 10,000 people. Once construction was complete, the intention of the National Housing Corporation was to sell the houses through their outright sale option. 1-bedroom houses went for 250,000 shillings with an initial down payment of 10% of the cost price, while 2-bedroom houses were sold off for 300,000 shillings, with homeowners required to deposit 30,000 shillings as initial payment. What is surprising is that Highrise Estate was initially meant to house residents of the expansive Kibera slums as part of the then government's efforts to accord its citizens affordable housing. But the sale of the homes by National Housing Corporation was anything but affordable.
Kati kupata 25 ungeliuza kila kitu. Nichafika bado.
The corporation's unrealistic high sale costs could not be afforded by the many slum residents who live on less than $1 a day. This forced the National Housing Corporation to sell their homes to other financially abled individuals.
Wakichenga walisema ni watu wa Kibera. Mwisho hizo nyumba sikimalizika, wale waliingia si watu wa Kibera. Vile nikuambia mapema, kupata 30,000 ya deposit, mtu wa Kibera angeliweza kupata. Sasa ilipiti wenye pesa, wao wenye nyumba. Hata wenye nyumba wengine hawajui si nyumba siko wapi. Anakuambia kuna nyumba Highrise, lakini hajui Highrise iko wapi. Atakupa block ya nyumba na namba ya nyumba, wewe ndio utamtafutia nyumba iko wapi. Lakini mtu mkubwa kujua nyumba yake Highrise ni wapi.
And even though years later, the government would kickstart renewed efforts towards building better houses for the slum residents, unknown to many is that Highrise Estate will perhaps stand at the annals of history as the first ever government-initiated slum upgrading development project, even though the intended beneficiaries never ever got a chance to move into the houses here.
There's a building where they have built Riara University. That place was supposed to be clinic or school for Kibera people, but eventually they built Riara University there, which shocked to so many people.
Most of the homeowners in Highrise Estate have, however, rented out their houses to serve the sprouting Nairobi population seeking affordable housing. Renting a 1-bedroom house in this estate could cost you approximately 15,000 Kenya shillings.
Sasa watu wakanunua wakaanza kukotesea watu. Mpaka sasa wanauza hata ukitaka tunaweza kuuzia. Sasa zimetoka kwa 300, sasa ni 3,000,000. Sasa hizi kupata 3,000,000 ni rahisi kuliko hiyo 300. Hivi sasa tukizungumza.
Some of the houses in Highrise, especially in blocks A and B, were bought by the National Social Security Fund and sold off to its members, who have since erected walls and provided themselves with accommodation. But as we are soon about to find out, life in Highrise, though relatively affordable, is not as rosy as many of those who chose this place to be home had hoped it would be.
At least history ya maji itutatulie so that Highrise can go back to its normal status of the prime estate then.
And then the roads are bad. We don't know what to do or whom to approach to repair the roads, these roads, because they look very bad.